Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Dr. Brickenstein here, aka Ken Turner. Now in this video I'm going to be showcasing a lot of my backlog that I've been building. I've been trying to get all of the sets that are from Rebrickable or otherwise built. Now these are going to be stuff from Rebrickable or, like as you can see in front of you, the dimension sets. But we'll start from the smallest and go to the biggest things I have built. And I'll try to put all the links in the description of some of the sets that are from Rebrickable in case you want to build them yourself. So we have a lot of things to go through, so let's get started. Okay, so let's go from the left to the right. So one of my favorite minifigs that I got was this Stay Puft Marshmallow Man minifig. And I think he's just really cool. And he has this base plate. You can see with the Ghostbusters logo on it. Yeah, I'm really happy to get that one. And a lot of these ones I got a long time ago, I just haven't had the time to build them until now. Now we have the Demon Dog, of course, from the Ghostbusters movies. And I really like the teeth with the 1x1 white studs that they used. The horns, I really like the feet as well. And the tail can go up and down, as well as the head. And he comes on his own base plate as well, or a little stand. So let's move over to Back to the Future. So we have Marty McFly in his red vest, and he has his red guitar. There's a really nice little stand here. It says Marty McFly in the Back to the Future font. And you can see the back printing there. Really nice face and hairpiece. Really happy to get this one. And with him came the DeLorean, of course. And I think this is a really nice mini build or micro scale build of the DeLorean. And this little micro scale DeLorean would look really nice next to the big scale sort of UCS version of the DeLorean that's still available. And then we have the hoverboard in pink, of course, and below it is some sort of, like, I guess, contraption that Marty and Doc have made. Little satellite dishes, these little fins or flags on the side. I really like the hoverboard piece, really happy to get that one as well. And now we have Doc Brown, and he has his microphone. I think this can attach to his arm, like he's controlling the DeLorean. But really nice face on him, and the hairpiece in white. And of course his little stand says Doc Brown in that Back to the Future font as well. So that's a really nice touch. And then with him, of course, we have Doc's train in black and red and gold. And it's the hovering version right now, so you can see it floating. But a really nice micro scale build of his train. And then we come to Lord of the Rings. So we have Gollum. You can see some dead fish right in front of him. He's also holding a silver fish. You can see his arms attached to his body right there. Really scary looking face. And with him we have a spider build. You see the tail or the butt in the back there, the 6 legs, the teeth, and the eyes right here, and its own display stand as well. There's the back right there with those translucent yellow studs. It's a very imposing little micro build. So those are all the dimension sets. Now let's move on to something a little bit bigger. And next up I have the Lego Brickhead's Batman. Now this is the 8-in-1, so this is all 8 of them all built. And I was able to build them just using 5 of the Lego sets. Now, as you know, you can only build 1 at a time in each set, but I was able to use some of my own pieces to make up the difference and not have to use all 8. But let's go through each of the Lego Brickhead's Batman figures. So we have, first up is the Batman Animated Series 1. Now some of the features, I really like the blue against black cape, his grappling hook, this printed piece. I really like his utility belt as well. That's how it looks from the back. I even like the cape as well, using these teeth pieces. So a really nice job on this one. I do have to replace this these tiles to just be one long 1x4 beige tile. I think that's the only thing I have to replace for these Brickhead Batman sets, but really nice one here. And next up we have the Lego Batman Brickhead. Now you can see the utility belt printed tile, also his logo on his chest. He's carrying a batarang. Really nice ears on this one. Now a little different design for the cape using these cheese wedge pieces. But overall, a really nice build. I do have the original Lego Batman brickhead. I'll have to compare this one with that one, see if it's exactly the same or not. But there is that one. And next up we have the Robert Pattinson Batman. Now you can see the printed brick right here for his chest. He's carrying a batarang. Another different design for the cape. He's pretty much all gray and black, and this little silver ingot piece for his belt, as well as the shoulders here. He does have a bit of a sad face with these eyes. Some really nice ear designs. But there is the Batman. Now we have the Adam West Batman, which I think is one of the best ones. Again, I printed piece for his chest. This one's a little different. It does have a printed piece for those angry eyebrows and the forehead. He is carrying a batarang. This one has a similar cape design, but a really nice color scheme on this one with the dark blue, gray, and yellow. But overall, a really, really nice brickhead for Batman, the Adam West version. And next up we have the Batman Batfleck version. So this is the armored Batman. You could see the grappling hook, the printed tile here for the belt and the chest with the strap along this side. Some really nice pieces for the goggles. Another different build for the cape. But overall, a really nice design as well. You can see the nose as well here with these two cheese wedge pieces. Thought that was a nice touch. Now we have the 1960s Batman in this bright yellow and gray and yellow. Now you can see the printed brick. You can see the batarang he's holding. Another similar design for the cape, just in blue this time. And some really nice designs for the ears as well. I think this is the same as the animated series one. But there you have it, the 1960s comic book version of the Batman. Now we have the Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. This is the one played by Christian Bale. Nice gold utility belt. Another printed brick for his chest. Some angry eyes right here. Similar ear design. And the cape as well. Again, overall, a really nice design to add to this collection. And then finally, we have the Tim Burton, Michael Keaton version of the Batman. Again, one of my favorites. You can see the chest piece with the original design from the movie for the logo. This really nice printed piece or tile for the belt. And I did create a custom little stand for him with these trans yellow tiles. But again, he's carrying a batarang, some angry eyes, some really nice designs for the ears, and a different design for the cape as well. But really happy to get this one, finally, the Tim Burton version of the Batman. Now you can see from the box right here, all the versions that you can make. I do have a lot of spare pieces left over after building all of these. You can see there's the Bronze Age Batman, Batman Classic TV Series, 1989 Batman, Batman the Animated Series, Dark Knight Trilogy Batman, Batman v Superman, the Lego Batman movie version, and the Batman, the Robert Pattinson Batman. But that just about does it for these ones. I'm really happy to get all 8 finally and build them. So I'll have to find room and a place for these on my shelf. So let's move on to the next ones. And this is the Vampire. I'll show some behind the scenes footage. But this was a really fun build to add to my Halloween collection of sets. Now he comes with his own little bat character, which is really cool. Really fun. I'll just take him off for now. So there's the bat now off his hand. So you can get a better look at his outfit in this purple scheme and gray pants. Now some people might call him a little weird, but it looks pretty cool with these teeth in the front, his fangs of course. These teeth parts for his ears and horn pieces for his angry eyebrows. But hopefully they release a few more of these kind of Lego Halloween builds for characters. I think they would really do well if they had like a Bride of Frankenstein brick head. Because I know they already have the Frankenstein monster brick head. And here's a better look at the bat. Here's the back side. And you could just put him on his hand like before. He'll just stay like that. So really nice Dracula vampire set. This one's an old one too. You can see the cape all around him. I did replace the black feet with white because I didn't have any more of these black teeth, but I think it looks a lot better against the base that I put him on. So there you have it. So let's go on to the next one. So next up in my backlog was this Lego Masters trophy. Now this was a Walmart exclusive, and this is 150 pieces, and this was set number 6495154. Now I got this on eBay because none of the Walmarts around here were carrying them in Canada. It was only in the States. But it came with instructions, and here's the final build. Now you can see the Lego Masters printed brick that goes along the bottom, which looks really nice for this base. And as you can turn, you see the handles. And if you've ever seen the show, it's pretty similar to the one they have that they give out to the winners. A lot of translucent clear pieces that go around the sides and the front and the back. And it's topped off by this 2x2 gold pearl brick. And this build was a lot of fun. I think I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And hopefully they release this as an official set sometime in the future. I did make my own trophy one time for a Lego game. Make sure you check out that video. But mine was a little more ornate. But nice to add this one to the trophy collection. All right, let's get on to the next one. So if this looks familiar, this was the GWP that came with the Dungeons and Dragons set. But one little caveat, this is just a copy. I got all the parts. Well, not all the parts, because I do have to replace some of these that are not in the right color. So I just ordered all the parts on Bricklink, and then I was able to recreate, for the most part, the GWP that came with that set. As you can see, the box opens up. I do have some alternative eyes that are just inside here. The mouth comes down like that, and there's a blue tongue that can swivel back and forth or just go inside entirely if you don't want the tongue out. But once I get those other pieces, I'll be replacing this with a darker gray. I think these pieces are supposed to be either dark gray or black, as well as these clips. I do like these side pieces that I replaced for the dark brown. But otherwise, I think it's pretty much all there. And you can change the eyes if you wanted to. The easiest option was these trans yellow or trans orange tile pieces, circular tile pieces. But otherwise, this is a really cool little mimic. And I do still have the original GWP, so I'll see what I want to do with that one eventually. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next up is a very sought after set. It's the Mystery Machine for Scooby-Doo. Now I do have all the figures right here. We have Velma, Daphne, Fred, and Scooby. And we do have a little zombie character in the back there. We have Scooby-Doo right there, a little newspaper prop. And I did make this stand myself just for the minifigures in this bright blue, orange, and bright green color scheme, just like the van. And you can see the van right here. I did get this one on Bricklink, I believe. It does open up in the back, which is a really cool feature. You can see all the inside. You can see a burger little build right there. This one was a really fun build, and all the stickers are already put on, so I don't have to worry about any of that. Here's the windshield on the driver's seat. This top does come off, so you can see a little more inside. See, there's a little flashlight, camera. There's a computer, I guess, on the side, and a radar, and a clipboard against the wall. And then you can put this right back on top, just like that. But a really nice vehicle. I'm hoping to collect all the pop culture vehicles, and so this was one that I really wanted to have. So this will really nice pairing with some of like the Fast and the Furious cars, especially. And here's the tree monster from that Mystery Machine set. You can see the vehicle on the screen right here, and this little gem in green. Really nice face design. He has these arms that can articulate, as well as these hair or tree limb pieces. But really nice little piece. I might put this one in the graveyard, because otherwise he'll just be out and about with nothing to do. And so we'll move on to the next one. Now this is a Rebrickable set that I got, and it's a mashup, one of my favorite things to do in my art posters. And this is one for the Mystery Machine and the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. Now, as you can see, it's a really, really cool design. I do have to get one more logo tile, just like the one in the, or this one from the side, and add it here. But otherwise, it's a really nice set on Rebrickable. I'll definitely put the link in the description. There's just some vanity plates on the front and the back. You can see all the equipment on top on the roof. Now, much like the Mystery Machine, the back does open up. There's not much going on in the interior, so maybe I'll fix that at some point. But this just slides into place, so that's really cool. You see the ladder on the side, and there's a little tile piece for the dash. Now, if I wanted to do, I could take all of the Scooby-Doo characters and put them in the Ghostbusters outfits, if I ever wanted to do some sort of photo with them all. And just like this set, I did create my own mashup poster, and I'll put it on the screen right now, as you can see. And this is a really special one I'll keep in my collection, and I'll see if there's any more mashup ones that they released on Rebrickable. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. So now buckle up, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the Speed Champions version of the DeLorean. Now this is another Rebrickable set, and I think this version that this designer made can be turned into all three versions of the DeLorean. So Back to Future 2 with the hovering wheels, and Back to the Future DeLorean number 3 as well. Again, I'll put links in the description so you can check that out. But you can see I did get some custom sticker pieces. There was a link to that in the Rebrickable page. So I was able to add some sticker pieces right there. Again, the Out of Time license plate. Now the top does come off the windshield. I'm not sure if you can see, but there is some tile pieces for the dash and some other ones up here just in front of the wheel. And you can see the flux capacitor here with the grappling hook right there. That's pretty cool. There's the interior with the seats. But a really nice part usage for the back of the vehicle, for the engine. And then this windshield piece can go right back on top. And then this little piece just goes right here. But I think this is one of the, probably the best Speed Champions set that I've ever built. And again, there was a ton of pieces in this one as well. So keep that in mind if you want to build this yourself. But really happy to add this to my pop culture vehicle collection. And of course I have the Dimensions figures to go along with this one. I do have the bigger version, the UCS sort of DeLorean, but I'll keep these minifigures for this one. So that's it for the DeLorean right here. Let's move on to the next set. Now, many of you may not remember this. Maybe the die-hard LEGO fans would. This is from a LEGO design seminar. Now, this recreation of the set that they gave out there to designers was called The Magic of Play, and this was a castle-themed set. But if you look closely, some of these are famous characters in LEGO lore. So we have Johnny Thunder from Adventure. We have a robot from a Creator $10 set. And we have Mrs. Castile from the Dreams theme. Now I am going to replace her torso to get something closer to what she originally had in the set. And we have Sensei Wu from Ninjago, and he's dressed up as a wizard. Now I was able to recreate this set using a list from Rebrickable. Now I was able to recreate this set using a part list from Rebrickable, and I expanded it a little bit more to create this little campfire. But for the most part, it is part for part the same as the one in the Magic of Play set, except for this side I didn't have the tile piece for Magic of Play, but I was able to find this blue Lego tile. And this owl is actually not the exact same one from the set, but I did have this one on hand, and I think it's pretty close. Now I love these kind of things where they mash up characters with other themes. So I definitely had to have this one or recreate it for my own collection. You can see the back here with a ladder, which is really cool. Fun little design element. And you can see the skull in the jar, a little shield piece in the back there. Just overall a really nice design. And it's just a shame they didn't release this as an official set. But there you have it. This is the Magic of Play recreation set. And there were some other ones that I forgot to mention, like this micro scale black pearl. Now I'll probably make a little base for it with some water using some translucent blue tiles. But I customized this just a tiny bit with the teeth pieces to create some tattered sails. But overall it's pretty much the same exact one that came in a poly bag, I believe. And I also have the Elizabeth Swan minifigure to go with it. But eventually I'll do like a Pirates Week on the channel and build a bunch of pirate sets and make the base for this one as well. But really nice little micro build for the Black Pearl. And here we have the Chicken Jockey from Minecraft. Now this is a Rebrickable set that I found. I think there were free instructions, so I'll again put the link in the description if you want to build one of these yourself. It's really not a lot of pieces, not that expensive, and then you can have your own little chicken jockey. I really like the feet using the orange yellow 1x1 studs. I do have a bunch of these pieces. I'm just gonna see if I can create a bunch of these, but I'll put that probably in a future video. So there is the chicken jockey. And next up we have the spider. Now this is a Creator 3-in-1. I think the other two options were a scorpion and maybe a snake. I'm not quite sure. But this is an old time Creator 3-in-1. I do like all the legs on this spider, especially the face as well, with all the eyes in these translucent yellow 1x1 studs. We also have all his teeth. Now it does stand on its own. You can flip all the legs down. So it should be able to stand on its own like that. And this other leg can go down as well. Now it does have a big little important piece here. Now see here, this little piece, you can actually hang it from the wall. I've been using a pin on my wall to hang it, and it hasn't fell once, so that's pretty good. I'll probably have a little Lego spider collection. I do have the one from Lord of the Rings. There is a new Creator 3-in-1 spider that just came out. I really want to get that one as well. So this just goes along with all the sort of Halloween sets that I have. Definitely good for Halloween decoration if you wanted to get one of these. But that's it for this Creator 3-in-1 spider. And finally, we have a recreation of the Fell Beast set. Now this is not a part for part version. It's definitely a recreation with some imagination. And we don't have the little tower build that goes along with it. I might create that on my own at some point. Now this is another one from Rebrickable, and I'll put the link in the description. But this one was a really cool set I just had to have, and a really fun build as well. And it's pretty huge with these bat wings that go along the side, of course. I'll try to get you a really nice angle. I really like the head design with all the teeth. The mouth does open and close. And this antenna piece for the eyes is really smart part usage. You can see the legs as well. And the claws can articulate as well. The head can rotate a little bit here. I'll just show you the back side here with the tail. The tail can rotate. Hopefully I can find a space for this one because it's pretty gigantic. Might take this one to Bricksplosion and let people have a look at it. And by then, hopefully I can create the little tower piece which he stands on. So we'll see about that. Really like the chains coming off. This one's a lot of fun. I think the most expensive pieces were these huge bat wings, if you wanted to get it yourself. But other than that, I think this is a really nice one to add to my collection. And let me clean this all up and I'll show you everything that I created in my backlog. So that is the video. Here's everything that I built in my backlog, including Rebrickable sets, some official, and some exclusives. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite here. I think definitely for me it was all the pop culture vehicles I was able to create and build. Now I'm thinking of doing a live stream at some point, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And all I have to do now is try to find room on my shelves. But be sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell to get notified with all the latest videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!